So the second match of session 2 is the first doubles of this year's PartyPoker.com Weber Cup, and it's a doubles that has become really crucial now for Team USA. They will be pulling out all the stops to avoid what happened at this stage last year when they lost the opening 5 games of this session. They've lost the Baker. If Don Barrett and Paul Moor can pull off the win here against Mike Fagan and Tommy Jones, 6-2, and the USA would be in a very familiar place to a year ago. Don Barrett with the opening ball of the doubles, takes away the strike. Fabulous shot cast to open up with, and of course Paul Moor will be up next now.
Yeah, this is Scotch Doubles, so Dom has just got a strike. Paul will now take over the lead, and the situation is Mike Fagan's up for the USA. If he doesn't strike, Tommy Jones will have to take the spare. So both players involved in every frame unless they strike.
Yeah, lovely into the pocket from Mike Fagan. They know they can't flinch here, Fagan and Tommy Jones. They are desperate for this victory. Paul Moor had a 300 here in 2006. Jones took over in 07, 08 and 09, but there wasn't a 300 for the crowd to enjoy last year. Hoping there's one lying in wait for us somewhere. Great shot from Paul Moor. It's a double for the Europe pairing.
Well, the very best of starts. Carrying on from that Baker game. Paul out, the only left-hander in the whole tournament. Wide outside on that left-hand side. Well, the lane's not corrupted out there, and he's put it right in the 1-2 pocket. A couple of lazy pins, but they're gone. Very
focused. Winner of 13 PBA titles. And the strikes keep on flowing here in the doubles. Aces all the way for all 4 bowlers off their first balls.
Oh yeah, great looking shot from TJ here. Keeps the tighter line, doesn't throw it quite so wide. It's a nice reaction in the back end, carries all 10. So, with the scores all level, TJ's telling everybody exactly what he thinks.
It was looking like just the 9 for Don Barrett, but that messenger came across and took away the 10.
Strikes in a row. Back to the king of swing. He needs to strike to keep USA in this one.
Oh, lovely shot. Well, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Fantastic stuff. Nobody's flinching. Hold it together here, though, for his second strike. 2 for Barrett so far. Moor with a strike in the second frame. Looking to keep the pair perfect through 4. Come on is the call, and it's in. And it is 4 strikes in a row for Barrett and Moor.
A classic hit them thin and make them spin strike from Paul Moor. Gives Team Europe 4 strikes in a row. Keeps them on that 300 maximum. Just telling Dom, well, I just edged a little bit out to the left, but it came back nicely and carried all, you know, so it's usual sort of thing for Paul Moor. Knows that if they don't strike, they're going to fall behind. It strikes all the way so far, and Jones really has to keep that rhythm going.
No, he's not happy, is he?
Not quite sure what has put him off that time.
Strikes all the way so far. 7 shots, 7 strikes. Jones looking to make it 8.
Unusually with TJ, he buries his thumb in the ball first. 99.9% of bowlers throughout the world put their fingers in first and the thumb last.
Finally it's away, and it's a strike. It was well worth the wait. Great shot from Tommy Jones, and we remain all square after 4 frames. This is top draw double at some stage in the Weber Cup this year. Has anybody? Now Don Barrett, pressure back on his shoulders again.
Yeah, the 2 young Englishmen playing together. They've played for many years together. Great pals on and off the lanes. Know one another's game inside out. Totally rely on one another. Play for Team England. They've played around Europe and Asia. on the European tour and in the States. They're having a great time. One more, Dom.
Brilliant.
Well, Dom certainly recovered from that injury he spoke about he had earlier in the season. Broken collarbone and a couple of broken ribs, but doesn't seem to be affecting him in the slightest. He's strike perfect, as his partner Paul Moor is as well. Pressure back on the Americans. They have to strike just to stay with the Europeans.
Putting a strike on the board every time. Great shot from Mike Fagan.
10 strikes in a row, 5 each. That one from Mike Fagan, probably not the best strike you'll ever see, but it doesn't matter. He's strung 5 in a row. Keeps the chain going.
Well, the crowd here at the Barnsley Metrodome have enjoyed plenty of special occasions and memorable matches. Are we heading for another one? To the Barnsley Metrodome and the PartyPoker.com Weber Cup, where Europe are leading by 5 points to 2 as this doubles match continues. Both pairings still on for the maximum. Great shot from Paul Moor. Cries of yes the moment that he laid the ball down, because it was such perfection, it was going to be a strike all the way.
Well, a miss. Solid 10.
A miss is a spare, isn't it?
And that could cost the game, couldn't it, if the other team goes all the way?
Oh, it's the 10 pin, it had to be, didn't it? That ends the run of strikes. And it is Tommy Jones who's the first to flinch. And now Mike Fagan has to take away his spare.
Okay, Mike Fagan, hard and straight, takes the spare away. And at pacing 279, the Americans are losing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Scoring doubles match, I think, of all time in the Weber Cup, if that happens.
Don Barrett. It's another one. It is 7 in a row for Barrett and Moor.
And don't they look cool under pressure? 7 strikes in a row, and they've all been good.
All of a sudden now, that spare in frame 6 from Tommy Jones is looking mightily expensive.
1 pin standing in the middle of a row of strikes, and they lose 21. It's quite a bit of a punishment, really.
Tommy Jones up again. He left a spare last time. And he's left 2 this time for Mike Fagan.
Yeah, that was not the best shot. He didn't get any width on that ball whatsoever, and he knows it.
And once again, the momentum has shifted a little bit further towards Team Europe in this opening doubles.
Leaves the 3 and the 10 pin standing up in the corner. Fagan's going to go hard and straight at this. Going to be hoping to put that ball between these 2 pins. Just like that. What a great looking spare that was, but unfortunately it's 2 spares in a row for Team USA, and the Europeans aren't bothering this spare.
Paul Moor looking for an 8th strike in a row between he and Barrett. Brilliant shot again from Paul Moor.
I actually thought that was inside his mark. I thought that's going to hit the headpin higher, and the way Dom's congratulating him, I thought he probably thought the same. It held its line though, made the 1-2 pocket and carried all 10.
Better looking shot from Tommy Jones. That ends Mike Fagan's run of having to take away spares.
Foundation frame 9. Dom looking for another 10. Well, there it is, that's 9 strikes in a row, and Paul Moor, next frame, will stand up in the 10th and bowl the first ball for a 300 game on television. How about that? Yeah, well, they've given themselves the opportunity. It's the 9 strikes in a row. They have to get that 9th one to have the chance to get in the first one and the 10th and then carry on.
Shot from Mike Fagan. Keeps up a potential 2-6-7 for the USA.
Yeah, they both it. Don Barrett stands up to shoot ball number 11, and if he makes it, Paul Moor will stand up for the 12th shot and the 300 ball if they can make it.
It's in! They have a chance!
Don Barrett says, thank you, Paul. I now have to go strike to give you the opportunity.
Oh, they're on their feet here at the Barnsley Metrodome. No 300s in last year's Weber Cup, but a chance here in the doubles. Great shot into the pocket from Paul Moor. They want this, don't they? They're desperate for this.
Body language from Paul Moor, how? But this is the man, and the crowd's with him.
There'll be an almighty cheer if they can make the next two.
Oh, no! Go on! Oh, I don't believe it.
How disappointing. It had to be the 10-pin, didn't it?
It's going to be a 289 if Paul spares this. And how many times was that 10-pin hit? Now, just watch this. The crowd are willing it into the pocket. Carry all 10. It's a fraction light. But what a fantastic game. 289.
And that extends Europe's lead to 6-2. The USA just have to finish off now. And I don't think Fagan and Jones can quite believe that. 289 for Don Barrett and Paul Moor. Just one 10-pin denying us a 300 at this year's PartyPoker.com Weber Cup. Jones makes the strike. Well, what a start we've had to the doubles.
Yeah, Mike Fagan's out of breath as well. He can't believe they've just been hit for 6, haven't they? Well, actually hit for 10.
And apart from that victory in the Baker game in the opening match of this year's PartyPoker.com Weber Cup, Mike Fagan is yet to taste success. He takes the strike.
Well, that's what should have happened with Don Barrett. The messenger came across, took 10-pin away. Just shows the power that these guys generate on the bowling ball as it goes into the pocket. But as you say, yeah, Mike Fagan hasn't been on the winning side yet.
No, and he really hasn't bowled that badly either. Almost went for the Brooklyn, but it wasn't to be.
265 plays 289. It's a great game for all the players, but it's a victory for Europe.